In 2023, the BCCI intends to introduce a women's IPL. India, NewsRme. The Indian cricket body, BCCI, has said that the competition would be delivered soon. A full-fledged Women's Indian Premier League, IPL, might begin as early as next year. Along with the men's IPL, a 3-team Women's T20 Challenge is held. However, many argue that women need their own league with more teams and players. The Women's T20 Challenge will continue this year, but according to BCCI Secretary Jay Shah, things will soon alter. In an email to Reuters, Shah said, "I want to tell you that BCCI is not only earnest, but is taking all required efforts to create a full-fledged women's league equivalent to the IPL shortly." The great interest in the Women's T20 Challenge among fans and players is a positive indicator, and we're all working hard to make it happen. As India battled the COVID-19 outbreak, the full 2020 edition of the league on the second part of last year's competition was staged in the United Arab Emirates. The IPL will begin in the final week of March this year, and Shah is convinced that the 10-team tournament will be held in India. Under the past couple of years, the conditions were different, and we were able to keep the exhibition operating in tough circumstances by moving it to the UAE. The BCCI is keeping a careful eye on the COVID-19 situation in India, and if conditions are favorable, we will host the tournament in India this year, which I am optimistic about. According to him, the board would adopt a wait-and-see attitude to the presence of spectators, based on COVID-19 rules. Ramesh Raja, the head of the Pakistan Cricket Board, PCB, has proposed an annual T20 event that would include India, England, and Australia. Shah said that expanding the game was more vital than such a business venture. With the IPL window extending and the ICC global events taking place every year in the cycle, our first obligation is to protect bilateral cricket at home, with a focus on Test cricket, he said. "I'm also excited to see cricket at the Olympics because it will help the game flourish. Our game confronts a struggle in terms of expansion, and we must prioritize it above any short-term commercial push."